Like last time he was talking about, hey, where you going to party, you know, like where you gonna drink. Yeah, so now it's become like, hey, which aircon mode save the most electricity?
Welcome to this new episode of Tea Talk. So today we're actually here in our studio and we are talking not to strangers but our colleagues. We actually know each other.
And the boss.
Yeah, and the boss is here.
老板.
Yeah, just shoot the boss if you want also can. No, not kidding.
So today we'll be talking about the fear of growing older. I mean, this is like the start of the new year. So we are also going to be 1 year older, new things we want to do this year. So yeah, do we actually fear growing older? Maybe we should say our age.
Yes. I feel
We start from... Why you point at him?
Start from him.
Oh, okay. So I am 29 years old and 2 months. Yeah.
But this year 30 lah.
Yeah lah, okay lah.
Yeah,
This year turning 30 lah.
So I just turned 34, but this year I'm 35. So BTO age.
You're 35.
Wow, can't tell eh.
Hey, y'all are very, very polite, thanks.
Yeah, no, it's true. Can't really tell it. Your vibe. No.
Y'all never say can't tell when it was Kai Yuan.
Oh. Okay, we say now. We
yeah.
actually cannot
Hey,
tell.
wow, cannot tell.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Co-founder, they work harder, so that's why,
Yeah.
you know.
True.
In the last 5 years, I aged like 20 years.
You look very like
Oh, I was going to say I
mature.
agree.
Oh, you agree? Yeah, I was going to put it in a more polite way. Like you look very mature, like 稳重, like can start family that kind.
You're in your 20s, but like getting 1 year older would matter a lot to you guys.
Yes, from graduation onwards, which is like 24, I don't look forward to like my birthday every year. I hope that I don't have to like celebrate my birthday every year.
Huh?
Yeah.
So now you don't celebrate your birthday?
No lah, like people just, oh, happy birthday, then I'm like, oh, thank you. It's not like, you know, when you were in school, right, then you will be like, oh, people celebrate your birthday, then you are like, oh, looking forward to like what surprises there are.
Right.
Now it's like, oh, got surprises, I also don't want already. Like,
Because it signifies that
yeah,
you
it signifies 1 year closer to death.
Oh.
But you're only a quarter in like, you know. So the rest of the 3/4 of all your birthdays you don't want to celebrate.
Yeah, it's just in life I reach the peak, which is like 24, and then I don't want it to like go downhill.
Oh, so you think your early 20s is your peak?
In terms of youth, yeah.
Oh. So after 25 it's like no more youth really. Like,
No,
it
like,
just goes downhill.
it's just like time for more commitments in life.
Last week, what happened last week?
Yeah, BTO already.
She be
I selected my
Yay! Adulting eh!
No, I look at the loan, then I'm like, wow, I have like so much loan. Like I have lived a debt-free life. Yeah, then now I'm progressing towards like the next decade, which is like paying all my loans.
No, but like I think like someone told me this before, like all homeowners in Singapore have that one. So yeah,
It's just not
it's
a nice
natural
feeling,
thing.
you know?
Then for Kai Yuan, like you're turning 30 this year. And like, you know, every time when the first digit changes, right, it's like people do feel something about it. And for you?
I think for me, I don't see it as a scary thing. As I think it's quite like fun. I guess you get a bit more control with your life, right? Yeah. But I think nowadays, like if I say I'm 30, like I don't get the reaction, oh, you're very young.
Like 30 is the age where like you get called uncle also. And
Really,
like,
meh?
Ever since when?
hey, I'm getting called auntie now already. Eh.
Oh, okay, I haven't. That day I went to an Airbnb, right? Then there was a kid at the Airbnb because it's a family.
Yeah.
Then the kid still call me Koko.
Oh, okay, Koko.
How old is the
Okay.
kid?
Like, not 2 years old.
The mom taught the kid.
Yeah, the mom was very polite.
So I was like, yes.
Sorry,
I'm still
didn't call you
Koko. haven't reached uncle yet.
How come you say like you have more control in your 30s though?
I guess cause like in the 20s, like I think a lot of the changes are kind of like it's a systemic thing, right? Like I go through NS, then after NS I go to study like uni, and after that I go to work. Yeah, so it's kind of like set in place. In some sense, there wasn't much like control as to when that was gonna happen, right? So then I guess like now it's like a blank piece of canvas. Yeah, so it sounds like a bit more exciting lah.
Does hearing that comfort you, Pei Fang? That you haven't passed your peak yet. The peak is, you know, whatever you make it out to be.
To be fair, like there is a bit of comfort in that. But as I age towards 30, it feels like the years to do something big or work towards like your dream, right, is becoming like smaller and smaller for me. Because there will be other commitments in life.
Yeah.
I feel like the one factor of fearing 30s, right, is because we are brought up on milestones. Like we are taught like that at certain age grade there's certain milestones to hit. Then as we are nearing 30s, right, we are sort of like failing to meet our own expectations. And it is kind of scary. Like Pei Fang is just a year older than me and she BTO already. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't know what I want to eat for lunch later. like it's really, sometimes I feel like it's scary because we are so focused on what milestones we need to hit that we forget to tell ourselves that it's okay.
Yeah, I think milestones is like really individual though. Yeah, like I think because she wants to settle down, that's why she hit that milestone earlier. Yeah, like for me, yeah, like not settling down anytime soon. Yeah, so it's like you can be in your 30s, you know, and you're single and you can still be traveling, pursuing your passions. I think instead of what milestones are there in life that you must hit because of your peers, like as you turn 30, is there something you want to do or what's the next decade gonna mean for you? Then you work towards that. And I think it's more meaningful that way lah.
No, it's like I don't compare the BTO and
Yeah.
stuff, but it feels like whenever I sit down with my friends, right, our conversations are no longer about trivial stuff. Now it's about CPF, what is ordinary account, what is...
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
and
conversations changed like a
True.
lot,
It
like
changed.
drastically. So like
Yeah.
last time when I was with my like army group of friends, right? Like last time it was talking about, hey, where you going to party? You know, like where you gonna drink? Yeah.
you
So now it's become
party,
like,
yeah.
in which aircon mode save the most electricity? It's like, oh, then like,
Which
and we
aircon
found out like there's some. So one of our friends told us there's this mind blowing mode that saves like electricity. It's like the water droplet mode.
Oh, you can send me later.
Apparently they
Why
say
that
he
one
say
safe?
cause like Singapore air very humid, right? So it takes out the water in the air.
But have you tried it?
I tried it, it seems to work. So maybe you all can try it.
Like, were you very wild in your 20s?
No lah, no.
Oh, I want to
I'm a
hear.
very good kid. Yeah.
Got one wildest thing.
Good and wild what?
Yeah, good. Okay lah, good and well. Sometimes like wow lah, I think go party, go drink. Yeah.
Then would you want to relive that or like still have a little bit of that now?
Yeah, I think we can still have that in the 30s. Why not? Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
do you
think it
get
doesn't-
tired easily?
And now we can get more drinks.
Oh, sorry.
Now we can get more drinks because got more money, ma.
No, but that's because you don't want to have a kid, ma. So you will have more money as you grow older.
Yeah,
That
I
you
guess.
just expose him, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
I
sorry.
guess
Maybe
I
can
guess
cut
that's
out.
true. That's true to some extent. I do get tired more easily nowadays. Yeah. So I think that's an age thing, but I guess it's about keeping fit, right? Yeah. So also try to exercise a bit more. Yeah. So now need to spend a bit more time to like exercise.
So you dedicate time to work out.
I try lah. I mean, it doesn't always work, but I try my best.
I think it's all about your mindset. Like if you feel like as I hit 30, then my body will start deteriorating or I'll get more tired, then you would. So there's this like self-fulfilling prophecy, I feel.
No, but I want to say, I started feeling the age thing when after I hit 17.
17?
What happened? No joke, no joke. Like I get tired very easily, and then it has just gone downhill
Is
from
it because
there.
it's JC? That's why it's tiring.
I don't know but like
A levels too tiring.
but last time, right, like run, walk, like one whole day outside, right? I come back home, I can still be like awake and like be watching some shows and all. Sometimes I watch halfway, right? I'll just like sleep.
Oh my god, like my mother eh.
Yeah, I don't know, like the energy that I can expand on now is like it's like very
Limited, right?
I don't want to say limited, but that's a fact. for to a certain extent. Okay, wait. So why do you love your 30s so much?
I do enjoy it because like you are more aware now that like you must make something out of your life. In my 20s, I feel like things get you down and you need to figure your way how to overcome it, be it your first job, your first breakup, or a lot of like changes that you don't know how to deal with. But with that 20s decade, you really learn more about yourself. So when you're in your 30s and you hit certain hardship or anything, you have the skills or experience to overcome it a lot better. Yeah, so I feel a bit more self-assured about myself. I know better about who I am.
Is there any like defining moments in your 20s that made you so self-assured?
I don't know if there's like any defining thing. But I guess like leaving my first job of being a teacher for 6 years, I think that really made me think about what I want to do in life or how I want to approach life. like in my early 20s, like very importantly for like a lot of people in their first job is that you want to climb the corporate ladder, right? And yeah, I was working my way up, you know, like I mean, I can become a head of department at a young age and stuff, but is that really the kind of life that I want? And does this give me the most meaning? Then I realized that actually what will give me the most meaning is in having different life experiences, meeting different people, and then taking that move and realizing the cost that comes with it, like starting your pay from zero again. And those sacrifices make me realize that, okay, if you really want meaning in your life, then pursue it, but also be able to withstand all of these other sacrifices. Sometimes, you know, when you meet up with friends, you will hear, oh, I invest in this, I bought my second property. I'm like, whoa, like these are big adults. I'm a like small adult here. But then I also realized that, but that's not what I want, ma. Yeah, because nobody can tell you what you should do with your life. Only you can tell yourself that. And sometimes you don't have the answer, then just go try it. Because when you try it, then you will know, oh, this is really what I want, or no, this is really not what I want. But not to say that like nothing phases me now. Like there are still things that will like, you know, affect me also, like things that I've never dealt with before. But for sure, I know myself a little bit better now. So at least I know how to approach things.
So do you like enter your 30s fearing, or you were just quite assured?
I was a bit afraid. Like when I was in my 20s or so, I was like, like, you know, like the first number changing and then introducing yourself as like I'm 30s, like, But I don't know why, like once I entered into the 30s, like then I'm very proud to tell people like, yeah, I'm in Club 30, you know, and like we're in our 30s. I think the crossing over part might seem a bit like scary because you don't know what's going to happen, right? But once you're in it, then you realize like it's nothing.
I feel like also once you're in it, right, there's nothing much you can do about it, right?
Yeah, no choice already.
To look forward
sad,
to
but no.
no choice.
No choice.
No, it's not a no choice
No, but I
thing.
thought it's more of like since you crossed the line already, you can't rewind time. Then might as well just look forward to what's coming next.
Correct.
True,
Yeah.
true. Wait, but when you all turn 20s, like, were you scared?
No,
I was
excited. Yeah,
I was like finally going to be an adult.
Yeah, I want to vote for January election. I was like, yes,
wow.
I can vote. Wow, 21 eh.
Oh, your 20s a bit interesting.
What if by the age of 30 we still haven't figured out who we are or what we want? Is that too late?
It's a continuous thing. I think the fact that you're asking all these questions is already showing progress in your self-discovery. Because in your early 20s, you'll never even think about how am I spending my time? Am I making the most out of my life? But now you're asking these kind of questions in your late 20s, and that is part of your self-discovery journey. Then in your 30s, I think you'll be trying different
Oh
stuff.
god, you're so wise eh. Oh my gosh. I want to
Sage
become
advice.
Yeah, I want to become Vela when I'm 35.
Oh my god, I said that about someone before, and then she didn't look very happy when I said that.
Oh my god, are you happy that I said that? I'm sorry. Okay.
No, I think it's okay lah. I think it's okay because there are also people that I look up to.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it's great lah that I can still like advise or like help people out. Yeah. I think for you, like also is it because like you're a TikToker, so like everyone's very young or like must be very trendy, must stay relevant. So you feel like the older you get, then these young ones sort of like take over. Do you feel that?
I would say I'm not the most trendy TikToker out there, but there is this need to truly enjoy what I have right now because I know how fleeting things can be, especially with social media. So as I'm approaching 30s, right, and having made a career out of my TikTok account, right, it is scary because you don't know when it will end and you don't know when you're going to be cancelled. But I never do anything bad lah. So hopefully I won't be cancelled. It's really, really very scary to feel like you're entering your 30s but you don't really have something stable to stand on right now. Because my friends, right, like they graduate from U at the age of 24 or 23 and they already have like a few years of working experience. Whereas for myself, if I were to say, I only officially started working about 2 years. And I'm just afraid that like going into 30s with this little amount of experience and how fleeting things can be, right, it will be like, boom, change very fast.
But I think like whatever stability, be it building a family or a career or like these people started earlier, I feel that when we hit 40, 50, like just based on friends who are older, like these things can also crumble. Like people can get a divorce, people can suddenly get retrenched, especially now with the whole recession thing coming. And I feel like when we get older and older, we will still face all these challenges. So it's a matter of whether it happens to you in your 20s or happens to you in your 30s. It's just, yeah, lor, you must be able to like deal with it all.
Okay, I think cause for both of us, right, our 20s seem to be quite like, we are quite contented. So maybe in your 20s, have you all faced any setbacks?
Wow, difficult.
You build a whole
setback.
company in your 20s.
Yeah,
man.
how did
I
you
didn't
even
do that in my
Like,
20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think work was very tough, as in like starting OGS, like, you know, building like the company. I think it was extremely challenging also partly because of COVID, right? Yeah, I don't know if we did well. Yeah, so but I wouldn't call them like setbacks lah. Yeah, so I think we kind of like all rose to the occasion to like, you know, overcome all these things.
Like, given that the founders, y'all were quite young, I mean, because I'm older than y'all, right? Then did y'all doubt yourself, you know, like starting and running an entire business in your 20-year-old?
Oh yeah, I think we always doubted ourselves. Like, yeah, I think now I still doubt like, if I'm doing the right thing. So it wasn't like, hey, okay, guys, we dream, like my dream is to have a company, and like by 28, I want to start a company and like, you know, grow to X number of people, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I think more importantly, it was like the right things just fell into place. Yeah, I mean like how we started was, oh, we put it up, then it went viral, then we say like, okay lah, we don't stop lah.
Then given you've done so much in your 20s, right? Like, you've started a company, you also got married, bought a house. Then what are you looking forward to in your 30s?
Wow, I guess life is just about having experience. Yeah, like having a lot of different experience. I don't know what I'll do. Maybe tomorrow I change career. I always tell the three of them that my dream is to quit the company.
Oh! Just take
No,
a break
cause
lah. Maybe
okay,
just
cause
take
as
a
in
break.
like no, cause I have a dream job.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
my dream job was always to be a sound engineer.
And I mean, like, you build OGS in your 20s, and then this is a dream that, you know, you sort of like put aside. It can always come back again.
Yeah, I would say you can always come back. Yeah, maybe I'm like 50, then I go and be like
A
the
sound engineer.
Yeah, like a sound engineer. Okay, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it can always happen. So anybody want to hire me?
Sound engineer.
What's your starting pay?
I mean, we shared a lot about being like okay with our 30s, and in fact, like 30s is like can be better than our 20s. Does that convince you guys that your 30s is something to look forward to?
Given that we haven't hit our 30s yet, I guess there's still something to look forward to as you grow older. Yeah. But then at the same time, I would say that even if I do progress to like my 30s, right, there will definitely be things where I look back to my 20 years fondly also. You know, conversations like this. Okay, can you stop?
I think you will look back on your 20s. Like,
Yeah.
there will be
Yeah, you will
highlights.
look back.
Yeah, there will be
Yeah.
things, and when you gather with your friends, like, you will talk about things that happened in, you know, back in those days. But I think the way you approach life cannot always be looking back. You gotta live in
Yeah,
the present.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think one thing we can do also is like, you know, when you hear people say like, oh, too old already, or this is a sign of aging, or you're too old to do this. Yeah, those are the kind of mindset that we need to like not accept and say them back, like, why I cannot go and do this at this age? If people can skydive at 80, why I cannot go and do it at this age? Yeah,
that
it's
is
this
true.
whole why not approach that we need to have. Yeah, I think people always say like, you know, think about the good old days, but what we fail to realize is like
We are in the good
living
old
correct.
days.
We are living our good old days right now. It's always like we are creating those memories. Yeah, so enjoy this good old days.
Be excited for 30s. Are you excited?
We're gonna show you a
the
huge-
present first.
We will show you a huge birthday party.
We shouldn't look forward to our 30s before we even live out our 20s.
Wow,
Yeah.
yes, that's a
Wow.
good takeaway. Wow.
So when you turn
Present
30, we will
for
have a
present.
huge birthday party
Oh.
with that big 30 balloon.
Okay,
She's
I
like-
will
We'll make sure that 30
look
candles.
forward.
If you enjoyed today's episode, do subscribe to us and give us a thumbs up. And if you enjoy this new format that we are trying out, do let us know. But if you want us to head back out to the streets, do let us know too. And if you guys have any worries about turning 30s or anything you want to share with us about growing older, right, do feel free to leave it in the comments too. We will read them and we will reply.
Or anyone in their 40s want to give advice for someone in mid-30s, let me know.
To the next one. Bye-bye.